back of this mini wine cellar as well.
Yep.
And then
5
around
seconds
the other
left
corner, and the
before
trapdoor on
insertion.
top, of course. That is when a lot of the pressure comes on this bomb site now. As teams are getting better and better at stopping the thermite charges on this garage wall and playing against that with Bandit. Teams are just deciding to come in up this end instead because it's easier to stop the Bandit battery from here.
But a nice little hole as well there from bomb to bomb where they can just crawl through.
BKN picks up the first kill as Crimson Death sticks his head out the kitchen window, trying to use that smoke SMG-11 to pick up an early kill for his team, but it backfires horribly. Gives reported a great start. And we talked about how strong it is to get that early kill, but more importantly, how strong it is to kill smoke in the start of a round.
He can really delay a push, that guy.
Yeah, we've seen those smoke charges absolutely dominate and clutch rounds in the past.
Yep, exactly.
But now that that is off the table, could be very, very important for the recorded push.
Ooh.
Dabs takes one quick tag as he dashes across from one side to another. The shots come in and King George TV goes down to
It gets
Bacon.
it, very nice. Very nice.
That means Bacon stops shooting towards Hot and Cold's position, and Hot and Cold managed to get the battery down. Grenades are coming in, they're going to sit right next to him. He's going to try and get away with
They
it.
downed him.
Not going to happen with a second one. He does get down, but has Doc in a position to get him up.
Should be able to get the thermite down though.
Thermite charge is going down, but it was a little bit too late and the charge goes off.
Nice.
BKN sprints in, is now behind the little desk. Bandit shoots his feet, but it's not enough to shut him down, and is then killed off himself by BKN. Esley picking up easy peasy lemon squeezy elsewhere. Sorry, he's picking up Esley, but then grabbed himself a second kill onto BKN. Daps has got himself inside, but he's being chased out by the Twitch drone. Daps with the diffuser then inside the objective. Two members of Gotham Gaming in here holding down the fort. Now they're being flanked. This hole was blown open here by Gotham and then left exposed, and that's the diffuser now down.
I would have liked someone
Topkek and 9line coming from the different angle. 9line misses the shots onto Podgeman. Now they know both players are coming from this direction, and suddenly Gotham are in a much better position than I think they expected themselves to be after those walls were blown open. Even more so now that Easy Peasy grabbed himself his third kill of the opening round. 9line stuck on the stairs down from the main lobby in towards the basement. He's just holding steady. He's got a minute to play with, but he's got to get the diffuser and he has to kill 2 people. Easy peasy, moving a little bit too much. Does just about survive that and immediately realizes his mistake. Will go back into hiding and sit patiently as they now know exactly where 9line is again. Tagged as he peeks around the corner. Survives it though. All Easy has to do is sit in and wait. He's got to come to them. He's got to come for the diffuser. And he's got to kill them. They don't need to stick their head around any more corners. Down through the barbed wire he comes, and that's the shout to peek out because they know he's stuck in it. Does tag him, but not frag him. Now they're looking to come in, hiding behind the bomb itself. He is prone in this doorway they've broken open.
15 seconds
Pushes
to
through
go.
now in towards where Doc is. Aims a bit high. Doc's aiming low, finishes him down. Easy peasy grabs the kill, and that's 4 in 1 round for him. Saving the day for Gotham Gaming in what started out to be quite a disastrous looking round to begin with.
What I was going to say is the blitz, I would have liked him to have some support because he could have dropped the bomb, give it to the other guy, used himself as a shield, as we've seen many times, you know, as the wall, and allowed his teammate to plant. Him having the diffuser.
The recruit shield.
Oh, yeah, the recruit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we've been seeing, so...
I mean, yes, that's perfectly right, but the only reason he had the diffuser is that he was the last man in. BKN rushed in before him, and then they pushed backwards after blowing the hole instead of just going for it. Yeah, there was interesting play from Record Reported after having blown open that doorway. But ultimately the round then goes to Gotham, despite them losing that first player very early on, that smoke going down. They are now holding the kitchen trophy room.
I hope to see next time if they are going for that push. Well, you know, if they do win this next one and then they go back down there. I'd like to see them use the shield as we've been seeing today, where they're using it as the wall. Because I don't think the shield having the diffuser is a good idea. I like the, you know, another teammate having the diffuser so the shield can be the wall. I mean, it works, we've seen it all the time.
So, reinforcers going up on the wall along from the kitchen, and of course this wall here next to the actual objective. What they haven't done is break this trapdoor, so that gives a bit of freedom of movement for Thermite to run around in there, but it also means they could set someone in the garage underneath him to fire up underneath him if he's not paying attention.
But you can see into the garage. You can see into the garage from there.
What do you mean?
Having that open, you can actually see people in the garage.
Setting the welcome mat.
Yeah, but what does that? Yes, of course you can see down through the trapdoor when it's open, yes, but that's a null factor when Thermite's planting a charge on them.
Drop the bomb diffuser.
They have broken the trapdoor in the trophy room to give themselves a flank down and escape from there if they need it, because right now the pressure is coming in from up top as they've opened up all these windows in and around it. There is Crimson Death, who rappelled straight up through Master Bedroom, is now on the floor above and using Ash up here with breach charges and of course her gadget. They will make holes in this office floor to see down in towards the dining room and anyone that may be hiding in here. Fire down to sees Frost, lands a tag, and he doesn't take too much damage. Not a whole lot really landed onto Dabs' position. Diffuser is in Thatcher's hands. Blitz. Looking for an opening, but not really one there for him. Grenades come in and take down Top Keck, then 2 into the trophy room through the window here from Easy Peasy and King George. And well, one player was down and finished, the other player was downed and revived. But Easy Peasy up by Doc, straight back into the room, into a cautious location now. There's more shots raining in from the floors above. Hot and cold coming now with the shield push in towards the dining room. BKN gets spotted, gets the shots landed, but it stands straight up again to hide. Frost Trap killed out by the shield player.
Interesting pushing from here. Usually we see shields pushing towards B.
Yep. This is the safest way for him to push in from this end though. Shots landing on the chair rather than on BKN's position. Now he has to reposition again, stands around, takes a big shot to the chest there. Not quite ready to down him yet. Does do some damage to Blitz's feet, but now Ash is here with him. Just can't make it count. From behind, 9line was looking to flank, but there was one more player there he wasn't counting for, and he's picked off by Pudgeman. Now BKN dropped down through the hole.
Like relocating, good.
They lost a player elsewhere. They did lose their quick push from the beginning. BKN's thinking about coming up from behind, but Pudgeman is no longer looking that way. He's got the diffuser and he's inside A with the shield there to
And
cover
there you
him
go, that's exactly what I'm
from
about.
the gap. Actually sacrificed him and backs it up. Dabs drops down around the outside, so there's free fire onto the window.
Attackers are activating the
He's
bomb
taken really low because of it, but here comes BKN from behind now. Ash is on the corner to the right. Is he going to get a kill before she sees him? He's looking for Podgeman, takes him down. Now they go for Ash, but he hits the shield first. Esley takes Hot and Cold down before he can land the shot to BKN, and now he's just blitzed. Backed into a corner, and he doesn't want to drop down that trap door. He gets put down in a corner.
Very nice.
And will fall to the smoke
That
while the defuse goes through.
relocation by the Doc kind of made that.
Yep, absolutely. And more importantly, he did it cautiously without just dropping down and sprinting back up to try and shoot the back.
Yep.
He went, all right, I'm down and I'm safe, but I will be slow and wait for the right moment to come in. And he picked exactly the perfect timing.
It was smart. Like, they were pushing in. He could have pushed back or did that. Relocate, go behind them, make that happen. Very nice.
Really, really nice play there by Bacon.
But as I was saying, it's interesting the blitz going that way, because as we've seen, usually the blitz goes towards B-bomb and protects the Thermite pushing into B. So that's actually an A push, which we don't really see that much.
It worked for him.
Well, it did, yeah.
Give it a shot. And there are less angles for that blitz to be. I mean, if you cleared the rest of the house, there are less angles for blitz to get. I mean, it got him into the bomb site.
Yeah.
They couldn't then
I
hold
was just thinking back, I was like, wait. Okay.
There are less angles for blitz or shields to be shot at when they're
Attackers
coming in
need
that
to
direction,
locate and defuse
providing
as
you
many
clear the
bombs
rest of
as
the
they
house
can.
properly. But got him gaming, not choosing the same bomb site again, despite unsuccessfully. Sorry. Never mind.
Attackers have discovered the location.
Got him gaming,
Yeah, this-
choosing a different bomb site, considering they did successfully defend basement.
Go for the more classic
Now coming
reinforcements
upstairs.
as well.
Yeah. But same reinforcement so far. All reinforcing this kitchen wall, reinforcing the wall between here, and
classic
this
ones.
time.
This time
Destroying
opening
the trapdoor.
yeah, so that's what we're more used to.
And
Basically,
the one
it stops the Thermite from easily going towards that thing. And as I was saying, when this is open, you can see people push towards garage. Like, if that's closed, it's not as easy to aim at people in garage, unless you have a roamer down there. That's what I was saying.
Who's going to be aiming?
Defense.
Attackers recovered the bomb
attackers
diffuser.
I mean,
Attackers are heading
yes,
out to defuse
Wait,
the bomb.
but
Yeah,
we've never
I mean,
seen a
it's-
defender stand above that trapdoor and shoot down it. Because you're exposing yourself to this doorway too much, and that's normally being shot through from the outside.
That is true, yeah.
Like,
I'm not saying it's like a massively defensive position, but
that's what confused me. It's like we've never seen
got it,
anyone shoot down through that.
yeah.
So you don't
It's
know
quite
what it
easy to
was.
get confused this time, man.
Yeah. So, easy peasy then standing on these trophy cabinets, firing down in towards the garage doorway. King George now there with the shotgun, but has to hide again as he gets shot at from the window outside. Now one tagged him. He has to duck in. The window is now opened up. hides right underneath it. Got to be cautious. Grenades normally get thrown into this because there's normally a frost trap there. So it's like, oh, grenade in, kill the frost trap. They grenade in now. They're going to kill King George.
Unless there's some trove systems. So.
Maybe. King 9line has been picked off outside. Down to quite a range. Hot and Cold made sure that was done. The smoke C4 gets thrown out in an interesting position and then picks straight back up again. BKN though down in the master bedroom picks up that kill. Shield's going to rush forward, exposes his flank onto Hot and Cold, but he can't land the kill shot in time. Now he's got to deal with this shield pushing him. Does so, but gets down by the punch. Hot and Cold then finished off. 2 roamers down and out of the picture very, very quickly. Then Got 'em Gaming not off to a good start, but neither were they last round. They managed to dig in and win it, so it's not counting them out yet. 9line has been revived. Pojam holding here. Pojam, sorry. Holding here in the dining room. Easy peasy holding the trophy itself with King George still by this window. As the pressure starts to come in from 9line, firing up underneath onto this B-bomb position where Easy Peasy was, and now making him move. Checks the next corner behind one of the other cabinets. This time he's not quite on point, but it's close.
Nice idea.
Easy Peasy peeks out in towards the dining area. Pojo Man comes push forward to help him, shooting potentially the backside of Thermite. George grabs one and it drops down into the basement. That garage underneath.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
Does get taken out by a quick push in by Ash, but there goes the diffuser and the Thermite kill by Pojo Man, using that slightly open doorway to shoot him in the back when he pushes on in.
It's not the best drop.
Shield looking to do the same thing, but he's also stuck to that very small walkway thanks to the trapdoor being open. Tag onto him, Pojo Man gets him as well, but Easy Peasy had to push in at the front to draw his attention, and he then dies to Esley because of it. Pojo has 2 to find. BKN has the diffuser. Esley looking for him in this direction. They fake the defuse, makes him sprint into the hallway, and they crossfire from both angles of the trophy room. Pojo Man shut down, but again, those 2 members have got him gaming. Pojo Man and Easy Peasy Lemon Squeezy almost doing it at the end there. Some quick decision making and good pair work.
Yeah, definitely.
Sectioning off parts of the map and picking up a couple of important kills.
It was a really bad drop with the diffuser. I think that's what caused that to happen. Because I think he got 2 people down in the place where the diffuser dropped because of everyone tried to pick it back up.
Yeah, but Ash was close enough behind that time around that she managed to trade out on one of the defenders and give them the advantage they needed to get in. 2 rounds to 1 then in favor of our blue team.
Defenders
now
protect
back
your bomb
on
from being
defense.
defused by attackers.
Reported indeed. Down into the basement there you go, having successfully defended upstairs previously. How are they spinning out? Well, 2 reinforcements on the garage, no doubt. A whole bunch more up this far into the wine cellar. No surprises there. The question is now, can they hold that wall?
This time they haven't left a gap. I believe last time they left a gap.
Yeah.
So that they've just thought, okay, let's just have it all completely reinforced now then.
They haven't done any of the trapdoors yet, which is
10 seconds to
potentially
go.
catastrophic. No one in the bar, none in this main
5
lobby,
seconds to
and
go.
this one in the dining room also not done. Esley's upstairs, but he's already used his reinforcements.
Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
Reported. You done goofed. If it is found by Got 'em Gaming, which I see no reason why it won't be found, it could be horrible unless, I mean, here it is. Maybe reported if perfectly anti-stratted Got 'em Gaming and know that they will always try and come through this garage door. Maybe that's their attempt. I don't know. Hot and Cold taken out elsewhere on the map though. 9line started with that before Crimson Death finishes him off, but there's the thermic charge going off to successfully open up the garage. Crimson Death, after picking up 1 kill, now comes around the backside, takes down Daps as well. Starts to push from the backside.
A bomb has
Once
been
again,
located.
reported now lose 2 very quickly and are on a 3-man defense of this basement with the garage door open as well. Makes it even tougher. Esley comes on upstairs, looks for a couple, misses the shots onto Crimson Death, and those were important rounds. He cannot land them.
Yeah, he's only tagged him.
Crimson Death manages to walk away nicely as Easy Peasy from the outside takes down Top Keck using that SMG-11, but Esley with a nice rotate, suspected and found Crimson Death's flank.
Recovered the diffuser.
Makes him pay for it, but now he has to get back to help his team quickly. BKN finds one onto King George, but now Esley's here to help. They're inside with the diffuser. He's got to watch his back, but Esley's coming down the stairs. Sees Easy Peasy in the corner, but sees him too late, and Easy gets the drop on him. Pojo Man gets the next one of Bacon coming around the corner.
Eliminated.
And round number 4 goes to Gotham Gaming, taking us 2 rounds to 2. Quickly down, bang, off he goes. Scrappy game then so far from both of these two teams, back and forth.
I'm just wondering, were they, like, why were they peeking so far out?
Who do you mean?
The defense.
Yeah. No, I mean like which specific operators, by the way, but yes,
It's hard.
peeking to the garage doorway. Yeah, being picked off from that once it was open, but they had to have a quick nosy around and make sure they weren't inside and planting, and every time they did, Sledge was there with SMG-11 to shoot them.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many
Now,
bombs as they
getting
can.
it back down to holding this basement once more.
Time to armor
Did
up.
it successfully earlier on. Now they're looking to try and do it once again, blowing open that conjoining hole again. It was pretty close last time.
Seems like both teams
Attackers
pretty much
have
have the
located
same
the bomb.
defense setup, like almost identical.
Apart from this. Gotham Gaming and doing their trapdoors, which, I mean, credit to Recorded Reported, if they'd intentionally figured out and knew that Gotham were not going to use them, they just went, well, they just come from the garage the entire time, that's their
10
strategy.
seconds remaining.
Then we don't need to waste reinforcements on here, fine, go for it. But ultimately,
5 seconds
I think
to
if
insertion.
Recorded Reported, if Gotham Gaming had just taken a little bit more time with their attack,
Attackers are
I've
heading
been doing
out.
their attack since they won, so it's not too bad, but if they took a bit more time with their attack, they could have found those reinforcements to be open, which they did, but it stood on them and knew they were open. Could have really punished the team for that, but never mind. Crimson Death then is upstairs with the SMG-11 and takes down Bacon. Peeks out of that office window for that early kill, this time successfully instead of being killed off by Bacon, ironically, like he did in the first round. And then we'll back down to try and join his team. He has to be careful of this garage entranceway as he stabs around the corner. He turns down and
Oh, this
run.
could be nice.
He's got the C4 and he's aiming a little bit higher. No, he's not going for it. Daphne comes around with the pistol in hand. He thought he could bait him into lowering his shield by showing the C4 in hand.
And he
Alright.
did, but he got shot.
Yeah, but then he missed the shots afterwards. Daps is incredibly low, but not dead. That's the important thing. 9-9's clearing the rest of the building. Top Keck is gonna... Oh! Nice. Too much damage on your pistol.
Nice name for it.
Looks for the refresh on his shield and, well, it backfires.
Yeah.
Grenades then. Going to come into this doorway. Oh, taken out by a trophy system. Means they cannot kill off the batteries the way he wanted to. Easily will open up that wall. And it gives him an angle then into the mini wine cellar.
Scared
but
of them kill holes.
no one in there in that kill hole position. 9-9 is still trying to put some pressure down on a slightly different angle at the other side of the objective.
Get clear.
Top K moves on upstairs and makes the hole in this trapdoor instead. And then positions his way down. Again, try and find an angle into the mini-wide setup, but no one in that specific spot yet. There's Lee repositioning around as well, getting the other side of the doorway, looking for a different angle in. Hot and Cold is right on the edge. Thermite's crosshairs, but he has no idea. 9-9. Finally pushing down from the front end, kills off the camera. Now they know exactly where he is. And he has to come through the barbed wire if he wanted to keep that push going, and that's a pain in the ass to begin with. Hot and Cold still holding close. Gotham Gaming being very, very patient here, and could be what wins in the round. Esley breaks open the door, but survives it and makes King George pay as he takes his eye off the ball for just a second. With 30 seconds on the clock, Hot and Cold is the next person he has to get past. Top Keck will see him. The shots do not quite land. Esley throws a smoke grenade in. Now he's looking for the next kill on someone's feet. Looking to go prone right through that gap. Shots landing onto Top Keck, but again, not enough to down him.
Seconds remaining.
Gonna have to do
Esley
something.
gets in with the diffuser, sprints straight at Hot and Cold. Can't land the kill, does down him, gets around behind him. But the other two are coming in. Easy peasy lemon squeezy and Poja there. Easy with a one tap onto Keck's face with the rope and another one. Easy peasy, filling his namesake.
Wow.
Pulls off one, swings to the next, and pulls off the second. What a beautiful shot. Easy peasy. Securing the round again for his team. Same as they did last time they defended that basement. It came all down to him. And he secured it.
He probably felt very calm because they had like 3 seconds to plant, so he was just like, why not? Let's go for it. And yeah, did it. 2 shots, 2 kills. Very nice.
Incredible shots. Giving Gotham Gaming the lead once again. 3 rounds to 2 now as we head into Recorder Reported's next defense of the kitchen and trophy room.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
And upstairs they go. Begin to set up their defense again. Here we go. 2 reinforces in this same angle.
B's are just an essential place.
Haven't done the kitchen walls yet, which they did earlier on, but still got time. Make that hole between the B and A bomb sites, and here comes the reinforcers then onto the kitchen walls. Topkick sets that shield up in front of the drone hole, stops from being shot through there.
10 seconds
And
left.
we'll sit inside. 9 line then running around the rest of the map. Didn't see too many
5
crazy
seconds
early
remaining.
peeks from this squad, but did get it, of course, from
Attackers recovered the diffuser. Attackers
Start to
objective
spread
is
out.
to
Daps running
defuse a
through
bomb.
the main lobby. BKN holding an interesting angle out towards the front door, but ultimately they're deciding to back on in. Daps looking for a nice little spot to hide.
Is that first thing in the row?
Setting the welcome mat.
Potentially.
Putting some traps in some less predictable locations. See if she catches someone off guard when they're not expecting it. Well, if she's not careful, Crimson Death is going to come in and catch her by surprise from behind. She's going to hear it. Pojo Man's drone is leading the way. Will it have seen her in this room?
And there it is.
Whether it did or not, the shield saw her
Attackers have
instead.
recovered their
Quick pistol
Interesting.
headshot onto Daps. Down goes Frost. Up above is
Hello.
easily, and oh, that's why you need to reinforce trapdoors. Reported. Down goes one more defender. Leslie is finished off. Easy peasy. Comes into the room and finds the body. Crosses straight through the floor in a couple of almost random angles as he sees BKN and wow, takes Bacon's head off again. Showing us why he has that name. Hot and cold then. Takes a little bit of damage as he tries to push down the back staircase, but ultimately forces 9 line to reposition, and he's hiding now in the garage for this snowmobile. And the team have all the time in the world to push around and try and find him. There's only Topkeck's left in either A or B. I think they now realise we don't need to go and find him, actually. Let's go and push into a bomb site and grab themselves a plant. Pojo Man upstairs watching one flank, hot and cold, watching the back of the garage anyway. And here comes 9 line. He sees the gun. He sees his head. Down he goes. Easy peasy. Topkeck then the last man defending against 5 inside the B bomb site. He already has them inside A. Smoking it up, getting ready to plant. Shield is there to block it, but Pojo Man will see him before he can even get close. Gotham Gaming with a beautiful, beautiful round filled with the reported slip-ups.
Kind of perfect predictions there. Especially that one where he shot through the floor.
Yeah,
Perfectly where
really
it
nice
was.
timing. Gotham Gaming then. On
got a
to
fuse.
match
Oh,
point.
never mind.
Defending the kitchen and the trophy room for this match point. In comes the attacking recorded squad. Now, I was going to say, do I pull a true talent here and get excited about a second shield recruit? Or do I wait for the timer to run down? And
It was good.
just about
good,
didn't say anything,
yeah.
and they switch it around at the last second.
I said a fuse.
Yeah, well, yeah,
That's
it's true.
Attackers
So,
need to locate and defuse
final
bombs.
possible defense from Gotham Gaming then, here in A and B, kitchen and trophy room. Again, hole blown between 2 bomb sites. Armor picked up only by 4 people at a time, because for some reason in a 5-person game, the armor doesn't let you pick it up by 5 people at the same time.
Bomb located
Trapdoor
by
blown,
attackers.
reinforcers put up in standard spots.
It's interesting that got him blow this hole open and recorded dome.
Yeah.
Wonder
I mean,
why.
as we saw there, reported, they seem to have a real issue with trapdoors.
10 seconds to insertion.
Yeah.
Don't like reinforcing them. They
Don't like
the price,
anything about them.
Yeah,
Bad
paid the
things
price
happen.
for it in that last round. Sledged one open, shoots his teammate straight in the head for it.
Attackers
Don't
recovered the
reinforce
bomb
them in the
diffuser.
previous rounds. Okay,
Attackers
didn't make an
objective
impact in
is
those
to
games.
defuse a bomb.
Could have done. Didn't like breaking the one here, and that gives a lot of freedom to a thermite if Gotham had decided to go that way.
Yeah.
Again, thankfully they didn't, but it's there. It's just like, it's one shotgun shell that really
It makes
hinders
sense.
attacker movement.
It
Like,
does make sense to open
Yeah.
it. Mainly for the thermite. It just really restricts his movement.
Yeah. Also, even if they do open...
Wow.
Oh, shot through the window from the outside, right in the back. Or was it up top? Yeah, through the window on the outside, 9line. Yeah, even if they do manage to get that wall open, as you saw there from the early rounds, with such a small walkway to go through, that allowed them to get those 2 downs on the people with the diffuser. Because they had to walk through that tiny gap, because there was no trapdoor. But yeah, either way, this is this round, and Gotham Gaming have opened it, but they are down a player already, thanks to a very nice shot in the back of the head from 9line. He's got easy peasy here now, locked next to this window. Trying to figure out if he can get inside or if there's a frost trap in there. We can tell you guys there is a frost trap in there, which I don't think surprises anyone. The grenade will go nowhere, and actually stays outside the drone hole. The next one will go in and get trophied out, so that trap is still sitting right there. As easy peasy shoots underneath the drone hole and shoots Bacon. They put a shield there, but Bacon's own grenade destroyed the shield, and that gave easy peasy the shot onto him. Bacon goes down, but elsewhere, reported to pick up one more kill onto Hot and Cold. Easy looking at a different angle of the window. Crimson Death reinforcing as he's falling back in the dining room. Pojo Man still there to help him, and easy peasy is still keeping 9line locked outside that window. Just keeping tabs on him. Not picking too often, not doing too much, just making sure he's still outside the window and giving his team that information. Smoke comes in, and that's the trophy system done. Shot down through from above. That trapdoor up top has been blown, and Ash is trying to make it work, but of course it's easy peasy back into the trophy room as more shots come flying off above his head. Again, not quite landing though. Top Keck moves himself to being, again, dangerously close to that hole. Smokes are coming in. 9line knocks in through the window. The shots on top are still there. Easy peasy does it again on Top Keck. Pojo Man takes daps, and the last man is 9line. It's pistol versus shield. Blitz doesn't have any flashes left. He does. Goes for it the last second. It completely blinds easy peasy and takes down a free kill. Ultimately waited till the very last second to go for it, which makes it count. Pojo Man still firing from the kitchen. GG are there, and there's the C4. Nice push from Crimson Death. Tracked him from left to right, and now it's all on Esley to kill 2. Or plant, or both.
You need to get that plant down.
Goes for the plant. Crimson
if he gets
Death
that down,
not
he has
moving.
a chance.
Pojo Man also not moving. They know they can just be patient. Don't get baited by it.
10 seconds to go.
Now he's moved into another position. They will hear it this time. The plant's going to go down. He's going to push forward. He's got to hold on it. And they finish him off. Gotham Gaming win map number 1. 5 rounds to 2. And in what started to be looking like a very close game back and forth, Gotham definitely found their rhythm and had reported figured out.
Easy peasy does some very interesting things.
Easy peasy, and that revolver is disgusting.
Just walks up to the blitz.
Look at that. 12 and 3.
Yeah.
I mean, Hot and Cold, King George, their scores don't say much, but they did some good, useful things. I mean, Hot and Cold, a lot of assists.
Always say that, don't we?
Was in the right place and helped corral the squads into positions they didn't want to be.
We say that, though.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just about how many kills you get. It's the teamwork. It's what you've done. It's like even pushing them back until the time's really low. I mean, that's enough for your team, innit?
But then when you see revolver plays like that from easy peasy, it's...
The blitz, though, like, just like, aiming towards his head, just waiting for that twitch. That's quite funny. Yeah, hopefully we see that.
Oh yeah, we got to see that.
It just looks so silly. He's really feeling it, innit?
Yeah. There we go. Forced through that tiny little walkway, picking up a couple of kills. But here, yes, they killed the shield.
Diffuser drop, yeah.
But Ash is immediately there to answer for the kill, and that secures the round and was looking backwards. A good read from Esley. Knew where Crimson was going to come and takes him down. BKN again with a couple of important holds, but here it is. Shot number 1. Swivel around. Shot number 2.
Very nice.
Absolutely domed.
And oh yeah, this one as well. Perfect positioning.
And yeah, just in the right spot at the right time.
Again.
Hot and Cold here, waiting for 9line.
This was the round where it just went perfect for them.
Yeah, everything went Gotham's way that there. They went, yeah, okay, we can just sit here. We've got enough people in the spot for it. Flick to the window, takes Top Keck down again. Brilliant. But then, of course, so rounded out. Esley trying to do what he can to hold the defense, but a quick leap over the wall is there. Both teams are ready, though. We're going straight into map number 2.
Let's do it.
Reported are on attack. Gotham Gaming are on defense, and they are playing Oregon.
Awesome.
So another map we saw earlier on today, which we saw some very interesting new things from. Dat Flamers versus TCM, 2 very disparate teams in terms of skill level if you were to look at the score, the standings board. But Flamers held them very, very close to a 6-4 scoreline on this map with some solid basement holds.
They did it very well,
which is something that are very, very hard to do these days with that trapdoor blown open. And, well, we saw some interesting defense strategies from TCM in the sense that they just didn't go near the bomb sites. They sent 3 roamers around the rest of the map and played flawlessly to keep the attackers at bay. But Flamers had some strong defense rounds. Now, let's see how these guys do then, as we do, of course, go down into the basement for round number 1 for Gotham Gaming and begin the setup downstairs.
Okay, so this was actually picked by Record, weren't it, this map? Okay. Interesting, see if they can take this one then.
Here, yeah, setting up reinforces in the construction tunnel of Gotham. Somewhere we've started to see teams go back to as a location for aggression in the earlier rounds, but they're also realizing that you don't send all 5 people through construction, you just send a couple and use them as a distraction, use them to keep people busy, and then use the movement that it causes to shoot people in the back from this trapdoor. And well, anyone that flees a stray foot through the top trapdoor do. Not reinforcing this wall though next to here could prove catastrophic if they get that trapdoor open, but more importantly, trapdoors are being reinforced here. Downstairs then, as the attacking team makes their way through. No one coming through construction for Recorded yet, but upstairs, Crimson Death, hot and cold, are being chased out by 9 Lions Blitz as they are trying to clear their way through the building. As wow, he gets taken out quickly. C4 goes off, and as soon as he starts to shoot at 9 Lion, no, as soon as he starts to shoot at Crimson Death, sorry, he's taken out before hot and cold. The second upstairs roamer will take down Bacon, and now come around the corner looking for the second shield. Tags onto him, but it's not enough for a kill. Looks for the chase out to the knife. He rotates into the kitchen. Crimson Death is in here though, but he will knife Daps down, and as if like that, that's basically all she wrote for Recorded reported.
Yep.
These 2 roamers just picked them apart. They weren't droning properly. Ooh, Esley, nice shot. Weren't droning properly and pushing a bit aggressively in solo situations allowed Crimson to grab 2 and Hot and Cold to grab 2. Sorry, Crimson to grab 1, Hot and Cold to grab 2, but ultimately let the roamers do their jobs for free. Hot and Cold does pay the price there, but Esley, given his location away, means Crimson Death knows where he can be patient and hide from. Everyone's sitting very still. I thought we disconnected for a second there. But Crimson Death.
Record have definitely slowed it down, haven't they?
Yeah, now they're 4v2. They have got to get as many little picks as possible to get them their numbers back up. 3 members of Gotham Gaming still hiding downstairs. Crimson creeping around on the top floor, up and above everyone's head. Looking for a different angle down. Topcake still covering the tower. No one's going to peek up that way as Esley looks to drone again down in through this trapdoor that's being blown in the meeting room.
Bomb located by
Spots Pojo Man up one end of the hallway, checking in amongst that pile for a frost trap. It is not there, but Crimson Death still sitting in the armory. Won't punish their movement. Topcake then grenading down towards one bomb site. Esley drops on down, immediately begins to spray onto Pojo Man, picks up that kill, which is nice. Gets into the reinforced room, but King George is there to take out Topcake immediately after they grab the first kill. Esley turns his back on the shotgun, but gets away in the mid-second of timing. Then King George comes around and finds him. He also had Smoke was going to follow him down the trapdoor. He fell down for a second there, and he was being surrounded on all sides by the Recorded defense.
Yeah, he was a very nice player.
Gotham get the job done. As soon as the location is called out of these people, they start to surround it. The push came out from Smoke. He's like, all right, well, I'm watching the front lobby. No, he's in here. Immediate move down to try and flank him, cut off another escape.
The attack just didn't work, did it? And they tried to just work with what they had after the leftovers, 2v5, and yeah.
I don't think they were expecting 2 roamers, or at least the position of the roamers to be where they were, because they got caught completely off guard by them.
Yeah.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
It decimated their attack.
I think they'll slow their attack down next time.
I think so. They'll definitely drone a lot better. They're all basically all dead before the 2-minute mark even hit.
Yeah, it was instant.
And now, reported are down to defend the basement themselves.
This is interesting because I thought Recorded were higher up than Gotham.
They are technically 1 win higher on the table, but that is not a big deal. Yeah.
But to see Gotham kind of taking this at the moment. Doing quite well.
Yeah, just because going to
Especially
the bottom of
easy
the table
peasy,
does
holy
not
crap.
mean they're a bad team. They've had some tough matchups.
Yeah.
Look at their games today. They're against Recorded, who are on 7 points,
Yep.
and they're against Velocity, who are also on 4 points. They are against the bottom half of the table now. They played all the tough
That makes
teams at the
sense.
start of the
Makes sense,
season,
yep.
which is why they're down there. So by no means should they be counted as a bad squad just because of their current placement. We didn't know it at the start, but we now know they had a tough run to get here. So, they are showing us what they can do here as Frost begins to defend the front location. Lots of the basement defense is still going up, but ultimately Recorded's defense is staying the more inside, all within the basement locations. And well, Gordon Gaming are being a bit slower with their defense, their roam clearing and their droning, but this would explain a little bit why Recorded was so speedy. They play everyone in the basement on this map. They didn't respect the fact that Gordon Gaming might not do that. So, they'll be cleared. That's now in the basement. Crimson Death takes out a Frost Trap that was being hidden in the shadows. As the drone's clearing out some more rooms around him. Daps at the bottom of this staircase. We'll now see that being broken wide open. Top of the stairwell being cracked to base as well.
I like this
Daps is now
push.
thinking about it. Yeah. So just in the same second, Frost peeks out. Trapdoor going to be blown then by that thermite charge, and it will give him an angle down through the side thanks to being put so close to the wall. Frost Trap killed off in the spot, and
Bomb located by attackers.
the charge. Smoke's being put out all over the basement itself. Down goes Hot and Cold, looking his way down the stairs for an opening. He waits for Crimson to come with him to give him that first peek. Yes, the smoke is there, but a little bit more can't help. That one actually bounces off Pojo's back as Pojo goes in. Easy peasy, drops through the trapdoor.
Already getting the diffuser down.
And that
so
gets her down onto Daps. That means his shield can push right up into this
Diffuser's
tunnel
down.
entrance. And reported,
Diffuser.
haven't really started to move towards it. Esley grabs one. 9-line flash in the corridor. Easy peasy shooting
Nice.
over the shield's head will grab him. Now he's here with two more. Esley gets flashed down, pushed around the one side, and reported being locked out of their own bomb site by this shield right now.
Wow.
Just using these
Completely
flashes
stopping
completely.
them.
Flint flashes around the corner, goes for the knife, stumbles in but can't land the kill. Out of ammo is Crimson Death. Can he be punished for it? He will be punished for it,
Defenders have located the
but
diffuser.
BKN, while he kills him, still has to find two people when the diffuser is down. Pojo Man staring right at
He's
it.
not
King
getting
George
that.
is outside. BKN is on the diffuser. Topkick is looking up through the trapdoor, can't land the shot.
Goodness, stop
Still
it,
on
man.
it. King George drops through, and the diffuser
Defenders.
is stopped.
Okay.
Defenders win.
Interesting.
I don't think they realised BKM was on this diffuser. He just sat there and
I thought
wailed
one of them
away
were
at it.
watching the diffuser.
He was, but he was pushed away from it, I think, by the shots coming up through the trapdoor by the other MP5.
Shield of 1,000.
And, well, he just let him get away with it. Diffuse goes out. Recorder reported saved right at the end there by, well...
Do you think the shield needed to push? Or could he have just stayed?
Yeah, I think needed, no, but it wasn't the worst play. I think they're 4v3 at that point. By going to where he did, he gave him like a smaller corridor because the way it doglegs in. Gives him a smaller corridor and means those two people then have to come straight into his flashes, which did hold them there for quite a long time.
Yeah, I mean, time-wise, it held them there, but I think he put himself in a situation where, well, we saw he died.
Thing is, like, if he let them further forward, then maybe they'd have been shooting at his teammates behind him while fighting him. That way, like, they were just fighting him. And 45 seconds is not a long time. When you think the whole round goes for 3 minutes 45, including prep. Like, so yeah, I don't know. Maybe, yes, maybe if he came further back, they could have helped him out with some shooting, but they would also just likely have hit him.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, personally, I would have liked him to just stay a bit back. But yeah, I mean, you just
10
can't tell.
seconds to insertion.
yeah.
I honestly did not think they were going to get that diffuser.
No. Yeah,
They still had
shield
one
pushing
alive
forward
as well,
was definitely
didn't
not the worst play of that round. The worst play of that round was the two people sitting above the diffuser and letting it go through.
Yeah, I agree
Like,
with that.
at that point, they could have both just suicided for the kills,
Attackers drop the
and
diffuser.
they would have stopped the
Attackers
diffuser.
will
Yeah,
cover.
yeah.
But they didn't realise it was being done.
See some crazy play on this match. Yeah, this whole match was
Yeah, it's been great.
easy peasy. And
But with double shields now, BKN and Daps pushing in from opposite ends of the map. They are looking to attack on the second bomb site of Gotham Gaming, and they are upstairs. But Crimson Death and Hot and Cold are holding downstairs, and this time, as you mentioned, Recorded are definitely slowing down their push and being more cautious about where these two are located after they got decimated by them earlier on. C4 picked out here by by Crimson, as he hears Daps going into the garage. Puts it away again as he knows Daps has turned tail and ran. Cannot get close enough to throw it off yet. BKN, the other shield coming from a different location, will have Top Keck in support, and he takes out Hot and Cold. So at the front door there's Daps. Upstairs goes Crimson. Successful fall back is equally important when you're a Roman.
Yeah, smart plan.
And he gets back upstairs to help defend the top floor with the 4-man they still have standing. BKN checking the toilets. Daps still.
Interesting that they got 2 shields pushing either end of the house.
And it's pretty strong on this top floor too. 2 shields coming through this corridor.
It looks like
can be quite powerful.
Yeah.
C4 was pulled by Crimson. He didn't actually throw it. It was just enough to scare Daps backwards.
He's got a nitro. You're gonna have to watch out.
Being attacked by the Twitch drone. We'll take 3 shots from it. 30 damage. Now the C4 goes off, but it still doesn't hit anyone. As the grenades come on top of the stairs. Smoke out instead as Daps is pushing his way up.
Just smoking. He keeps missing it.
Managed to get that around the corner and through the window on the outside. They do down easy peasy lemon squeezy. Daps secures the kill, but 9line did most of the work and leaves the smoke where it is, uses it for cover and gets back towards the objective with his team. BKN now pushing the doorway behind him. Here is the double threat that they had set up. Recorded reported with this slower attacker doing much better. 2 kills to their name. Esley will take down Crimson Death now, hiding behind the shield. Bacon gets tagged. King George takes down Esley as he tried to peek up behind BKN. Daps is now getting up through the barbed wire in the main front entrance. Last 2 defenders are in the same B bomb site. One of them spotted. 9line takes down Bojo Man. That's him finished off. Last man is King George. They know exactly where he is. BKN's got eyes on, Daps has got eyes on. And now 9line's coming around the corner to finish him off while he's distracted by the shields. Much better play by Recorded Reporter than that attack. Slow and methodical.
Just pushing down them tight corridors with a shield. And then people just pushing just behind that as well.
And every time they're trying to shoot the shields at range, trying to shoot them while they, especially in Blitz's case, can't flash them up. And then there's another face that peeks up behind them.
But the shields weren't even trying to shoot either, they're just walking slowly.
Yeah, they don't need to. They're just information. So, alright, I can see him here. You get ready to shoot here.
And we saw that as well.
Yep. And that's exactly what Schutz just did there. Behind the first bunk bed on the right. Okay, put him around the corner, and thank you, easy kill.
Exactly.
So, upstairs goes the reported defense now that they have grabbed themselves the lead. Let's see how they hold this.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
We saw the attempted double roam coming out for Gotham Gaming. That was their plan of attack for defending this bomb site. Down there, they put 2 in the kitchen and the toilet to try and roam in. One of them is picked off without the other being able to back him up. And ultimately, they lost out their room pressure pretty damn quickly. Recorded managed to make the most of it. Now, how do Recorded defend themselves? Now, normally when we see someone reinforce this end of the meeting, they'll either do the other end and then just force them to use both reinforcement, like thermocharges on this together. Well, they'll do one and then they'll play within the tower, or like within the walkway itself. And then they'll run all 5 people. Yeah, they've created a hole there. Yeah, and then they play within there. And that then normally means they leave all 5 people upstairs, very spread out. But Recorder reported, still only with 4 people upstairs, 3 people upstairs. Downstairs, they've put 9line and BKN both playing within the construction tunnel.
Interesting.
Looking for anyone maybe coming that way. They are now splitting up a little bit, but we'll see whether or not they do any work with it or find anyone, because, well, Top Kick, Dax and Esley are still running around quite a bit upstairs, looking for their locations to hide. Daps there is playing above the meeting room in that tunnel. Top Kick and Esley now looking a bit more static, but BKN with 9line still in the very, very base level. It's a gamble.
They're hoping to get behind, aren't they?
Yeah. They're looking for that perfect push behind to stab someone in the back and grab 2, maybe 3 kills when Gotham Gaming aren't paying attention, especially when you're playing against shields, because they know they're going to have picked one. Getting that backstab and taking the shield down before it's looking at you is crucial, but it's also a huge gamble if you get it wrong and your teammates upstairs cannot hold them in position for long enough. They're going to get overwhelmed by the numbers advantage, and it will fall down for you.
You're also kind of hoping they don't have any intel that you're down there as well, because they can flush you out.
Yeah, you also got to hope they're not going to drone down there before you make yourself known. And, well, BKN just about gets away from Crimson, but now comes back down to try and fight him. A couple of shots just hitting the shield. But wow, that unscoped shot blows BKN away. He was locked in the tower all the same, but a little bit of RNG not on his side this time around.
Realised they need a
9-9
firm
now is the
out
last
there.
man downstairs, yeah. He is looking for the heartbeats while hiding in this garage. There's no one above him, apart from a teammate. Or that one man on the roof. He suspects it. Hot and Cold takes down Daps as well, and there's the second attacker down. King George
This is it.
sprinting across the gap, will be
Nice.
shotgun down, and that's the diffuser. But next man in there is
Oh,
Action. She
so it
misses
kinda
so many
worked.
shots. 9-9 makes out 2 before
Shield
being
comes
taken
behind.
out, but yes, the shield will come down and shut him out, and now there's only 2 defenders left.
So it worked.
Nearly went horribly wrong for the defending team as they only got the 1 kill, but Ash missing those shots allowed him to pick up a second one. Now, Top Keck trying to hold these 2. He sees one in the stairwell, which he's tagged. It is the shield. Looks for them again. Easily will finish him off. Easy peasy now in the armory as the second man. He knows he's in there. He's looking for the shots, but can't quite see them where Easy Peasy stands. Flashbang goes off. Easy Peasy knows that Top Kick is in this room somewhere, but can't quite land it himself. He's now got Pojo Man here in support. Neither of them can land the shots, but Esley will on both of them as they line up around the corner. And Recorder reported do successfully hold that round. Thank you very much, he says. I was getting 1, but I got 2.
Nice, good player. I mean, the roam worked, didn't it? I mean, he took down 2. 2 for 1. Can't ever say that's bad.
Except the fact they'd already lost 3. Even though they got those 2 kills downstairs, they only had 2 people left alive. They were still in a 3v2 after getting those 2 kills.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, yes, it grabbed 2 and it worked for Pulse, but again, he got lucky that Ash missed his shots and therefore he got the 2 instead of just the 1. But they also lost the first Roma without him getting a single kill. The work there was done by Esley picking up 1 kill beforehand, those 2 at the end, and then Easy Peasy not being able to find that Rook hiding in that master bedroom.
Defuse as many bombs as they can.
So, down to the basement again goes Gotham Gaming, having a chance to take another stab at this one.
Ready for company.
Now, they are down 3 rounds to 1 as we sit. And now looking for another hole down here, using exactly the same setup they did before, which, as you mentioned, wasn't wonderful. Ball went through, but they got the diffuse off on it.
To insertion.
And that's what matters. That's what gave them the round win. Upstairs again,
was
go
very
Hot,
odd.
Cold, and Crimson Death. Ooh, Crimson Death has pulled down this back doorway. Going for a sprint out to try and get these early kills in construction. Is anyone going to be there? Lots of them are going to be there. Doesn't quite get the right
Got a
angle.
bit of cold feet there.
Yeah. As soon as they saw his name flash up, they'd have been ready for it, but weren't quite there at the right timing for him. They just stayed just far enough left and right that he didn't see them. And now they push forward. They re-barricaded it now, so Esley will peek around. Actually, they didn't. They go on in, but Crimson Death will look for 1 more. Easy peasy picking up the kill on a 9-line down here in construction with a really nice angle behind the generator.
Yeah, that is a nice peek there.
Now Hot and Cold with Crimson Death still upstairs, back in this familiar locations as before. Around the meeting room and front entrance. Dap sprints across into the meeting room itself. Hot and Cold still holding angle towards the teaching lounge. Taps has spotted Crimson and will go for the headshot. Neither of them land either. Crimson tries to shoot the feet out under from the shield. Taps still peeking around. Comes out with the grenade in hand, just about survives that shot, but the grenade will force Easy Crimson to back on out.
I wonder for a second though.
Bomb located by attackers.
Forward he comes again. The rest of his team are all down the far end of the map, and he's okay just keeping this guy in this spot, because he knows it's locking him away in potentially the second Roma, which it is, from his team that are trying to put pressure on the backside of the map and control the meeting room and the construction entrance. And it is doing just that, allowing that thermite charge to go off in the tunnel, allowing the rest of his team now to push downstairs. Crimson around the corner. Didn't get the shield, but will get the thermite. Hot and Cold finishes off Daps as well as he tries to close in on Crimson. That crossfire set up perfectly. Suddenly the Recorder reported push is falling apart. 1 comes behind Easy Peasy. BK getting down those back stairs secures their first kill of the round. Hot and Cold takes down Esley as he was the only man left upstairs. Now BKN's got to push straight into the Frost shotgun.
There it is.
That ain't gonna happen. King George shuts him down. And Got 'em Gaming grab themselves another round.
Looking really solid.
That defense, yeah. There we go. So, 3 rounds to 2 is reported scoreline. They are currently leading, but they are, of course, down a map. Got 'em Gaming having won that first one 5 rounds to 2. They are fighting for a singular point here. And as we mentioned earlier on, with this scoreboard, with the standings in North America, for the bottom half of the table at the very least, being so close, every single point counts when it comes to staying alive for Season 2.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Well, down in the basement once again goes recorded and reported. This time, looking to hold it steady. Doing a much better job now of cleaning out the rumors than they did in their first round when attacking. Can their rumors do a better job of staying alive now that they're defending? Or will they even use any? This is the existential question. Line then setting up prep defense around the construction location. Upstairs goes Daps and Esley for reinforcements and various lockoffs. Daps actually reinforcing that wall from the outside, suggesting he's not going to go back down that way. So where are you? Oh, no.
Attackers recover the bomb diffuser.
Coming up into the tower as well. Then we'll make a hole into that tower itself. Daps goes into the garage, makes a hole in the main door of it, then runs away, just enough to cause a little bit of fear for the attacking team should they see it when they push forward. As the shields now start to spray through the toilet wall. Camera taken out, and Dabs deciding to immediately back away and get towards the stairs. He's trying to get downstairs quickly before he gets shot in the back. Goes to the reinforced. That was, yeah,
that was risky.
Incredibly lucky. Hot and cold. Didn't realise what was going on. I thought he was going to get shot back
going
out.
For a silly peek. He should just chill.
Yep, Dabs just needs to calm down a little bit. He's got smokes. He's got C4. They're not going to get down those stairs if he doesn't want them to.
Exactly. No reason to be.
Death being cautious. Now, above him,
it's coming back up.
9 line is still up. 9 line in the top of the tower at the far end of the building. He's waiting for potential flank. C4 goes off, but Crimson manages to dance away from it.
Miss him a bit.
Yeah, Daps using that smoke as cover to push up and throw it, but most of the damage is negated here by Crimson. Daps is back to trying to hold the bottom of this stairwell as best he can. Hot and cold pushing upstairs, looks to shoot down through the floor, force Daps away. The explosion will go off and do exactly that. That gives Crimson Death an immediate window to push down. They might charge, going off on the trapdoor. And the Ash charge will go through the floor to kill that barbed wire as well. There we go. Crimson Death now allowed to come straight down the bottom of the stairs, easy peasy.
Time to make a new door.
And easy peasy is pushing closely behind him, looking to give him some cover through the trapdoor. 1 minute 10 on the clock then, and Got 'em Gaming still looking to make an opening here in the defense of recorded reported. 9 line still holding steady in the top of the tower. MP's down through the floor. Esley, one location spotted out, so he moves down to prone and reposition. Smoke's going off by the trapdoor, but not too dangerous. Smoke's now coming on in. Easy peasy picking up the first kill then onto Esley. 9 line still looking to make his peek forward. Daps will put a smoke in the important corner. And it does kill off easy peasy as soon as he comes down through the floor. Hojo Man takes out Bacon as he tries to flank onto the actual A site itself. The plant is going down right behind Crimson's shield.
Nice, yep.
And it gets off successfully. Thermite looking to get back up the stairs, but he's being blocked out by Crimson Death. But Hot and Cold will make it all okay by taking down Daps. Now the defenders are up top, looking to hold their shield defense. 9 line pushes forward, takes the shield down, but will die for it. And well, Top Cat cannot find the 3 remaining players. And yes, that is how you hold a plant in that location. Got 'em Gaming grab themselves another round and are looking comfortable.
And the shield just keeping back, as I feel that's a better idea, just keeping there. Even though he went down, he took someone down who were pushing, and he had a shotgun, so he was a strong kind of operator.
It was also, I mean, borderline catastrophic. As soon as that plant went down, the shield went, right, I'm running away, and he ended up blocking Thermite, making it very hard for him to get upstairs. All he needs to do was a couple of seconds extra wait.
Yeah.
And allowed him up. But bottom line is the result is the same, and we're back to 3 rounds to 3. And Recorder reported while they looked like they were starting to run away with this,
It's nice.
Not so in control.
It's nice to see the shield actually creating a wall, so someone else can plant as well. That's something I do like the shield doing. As I said on the last map, when the shield had the diffuser, I don't think that's the best idea. I think giving it an operator to plant and you being the wall is the best way to use the shield.
Yep. So, Gotham Gaming onto defense of the top floor again, reinforcing both of these walls towards the meeting room walkway first. Hot and Cold setting up a defense in here as well.
Interesting frost trap there. It's not quite at the window. It's like to the side. Is that a frost trap?
When is it?
5 seconds left before insertion.
Yep. Yep. Frost trap just off the edge.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
I think it still catches him when
Yeah,
they bolt
yeah,
through the
yeah.
window, but it also makes it a little bit harder to see, maybe.
I'm not sure.
Find out. But here comes the defense as the attackers make to push in. Hot and Cold down in the very basement. Crimson Death a little bit closer, but ultimately coming back up towards his squad soon. As the shot starts spraying it through a bunch of windows, he's trying to find an opening. Here's one in the garage now. He knows Daps is in that direction. He doesn't know it is Daps, but he hears one. Makes a couple of keel holes at the top of this stairwell. He'll see them walk across that gap if he chooses to stay there. Hot and Cold is checking the camera for a couple of their positions. Now both of them creeping through the basement, looking for the best time to flank up behind. As BKN in the main lobby now with Daps support.
I think they did something like this last time, right?
Give it a shot. Didn't have the IQ though. It's a first from her, and she's on the roof trying to fire down in through some windows. Checks the meeting corridor. Cupcake kill here in spots. B King is taken out. Hot and Cold is downed in return. Dabs gets the kill onto him. Does take a couple of tags from Crimson, but won't die to it. She takes a further couple more and it still survives from it. Crimson now is looking to reposition and keep himself alive. She knows he's down here in the basement. She's coming hunting for him. She's going to cross up. Is he going to be scoped in time?
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh.
but she wins the fight. Round the corner comes Crimson Death, and down he goes. Daps picking up 2 kills then on the 2 roamers. Yes, they lost a shield, but for both roamers, I think that's definitely worth.
I thought Smoke were going to be completely ready for that as well.
Yeah. Daps then using the Frost Twitch drone now then to see what's going on the top floor. Sees one man
A bomb
in
has
that
been
room. Sees
located.
the second round there. Doesn't find the third yet. Will drone in the A-bomb site to give idea for his King George.
Well, there
jumps
he is.
straight out the window, takes down Esley, but then will be taken out by 9line in return.
Attackers have recovered their
The
defuse.
trade 1 for 1 then. Ultimately the best of a bad situation, I suspect. Pojo Man hiding in between both bomb sites. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, also at quite a distance. Daps walks just about past him in time.
Activating diffuser.
So the diffuser goes down. Pushes straight forward into the crosshairs of 9line and IQ. And now Easy Peasy has to find so many players. He's gone down to try and flank onto Daps. He will be detected. Finds him, gets the kill, but takes a lot of damage for it. Now the rest of the team know exactly where he's coming from, though. 9line is prone in the corridor. We'll see his feet. Tags him, but can't finish him. Gets out of safety.
Nice.
Top Keck is outside the window. It's spotted, but also can't land the shots. 9line around one side. Will land the second attempt. Easy Peasy goes down and reported are back in the lead. 4 rounds to 3 then, grab themselves map point.
Very nice attempt though. He were looking in all the right places.
So, reported 1 round from securing themselves a singular point here.
Can they draw it?
This, yes. Looking to bring that draw out, as we mentioned, every point is crucial. Do not want to give Gotham Gaming all 3, because that then would put them in drawing terms with reported before they head into their follow-up games. But it all going to come down to this round. Will we see overtime or will we be done here? Reported down into the basement for their final stand. They go.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Can they defend it? Setting up exactly the same defense we've seen time and time again for them. Upstairs goes Daps and Esley. Reinforcing the various trapdoors. Daps actually going right up top. Interesting, okay. I half expected to see him put down some frost traps just on some random windows, just for
10 seconds
why not.
remaining.
But he's not doing that. So what is he doing?
Has he planted any?
5
Nope.
seconds
Wow,
to go.
okay.
And not even in the basement where we've seen before. It's really
He did,
important
I
to
think
do
he was
so.
roaming last time,
Attackers
right?
recovered the bomb diffuser.
Correctly.
Attackers
there's
must
one under
locate
this
and
window.
defuse the bomb.
Trust him.
It makes his push back towards the objective. The attackers are now making their way in. Top kick upstairs, BKN upstairs. Esley, the only man actually downstairs. Technically. 9line and Daps now going to focus on these two coming in. So, Crimson Death comes into the kitchen. Knows 9line is here with him. 9line picks out one side, takes down Hot and Cold, but will be taken down by the shield quickly afterwards. There's a trade, but Daps now coming in behind is looking to take down Crimson Death. Goes for the pistol fight and the knife.
Oh, that's big.
And Crimson Death wins that fight with the random pistol spray.
Got rid of the Roman.
But then he takes some shots into his feet as he comes out of the kitchen. Not quite sure where it came from, but he doesn't know rather. It was BKN here on the stairs. But still, he survives. So the two initial roamers dead. But Top Kick has now got back downstairs. Esley done the same thing as well, and BKN falling away himself as the rest of the team now look for control of the upper locations on this map. Pojo Man got him. Taking control of meeting and now looking to come down the back stairs, perhaps with this shield. King George, of course, blowing this trapdoor in the lobby and once again using the angle it gives him to check down into the laundry room for anyone that may be there. Thankfully, we hit that point now when no one sits in those silly positions. BKN is hiding in an interesting corner that could be pivotal if he catches the first man down these stairs off guard. Comes up, smoke goes straight up the stairs, it's on top of Blitz, it takes him very, very low.
Oh, he needs to be careful now.
Crimson Death gets away. King George picked off by Top Kick elsewhere. Nice flank, or nice kill onto him as he's downstairs. Crimson Death still a little bit unsure about going back down again. They've seen where Smoke is sitting, they're trying to shoot his feet, but he's not on show.
Not too sure.
Easy peasy taking a bit of damage from there as well, and Crimson Death is going...
Scared.
Oh, he's going to down
smart,
himself off the roof,
yeah.
rather than worry about getting shot.
Clever.
So he gets refreshed for health. Smart play.
And now we don't have to be as scared about the smokes. Insta-killing.
Yep. So back down the stairs he goes. EMP will lead the charge, so it's not there waiting for him.
Attackers
Chooses
recovered the
to
diffuser.
change his mind again. So BKN's done his job. Esley now though is hiding around the corner, finds one down
think
tip.
we're
Will he
ready for
survive
him.
from the shield? He does survive initially, but shield will chase behind him and put him down afterwards. Pojo Man actually getting credit for the kill.
This is close.
Pojo Man and Chris
Pushing down with the
Crimson coming
shield.
down the stairs.
Nice.
Top Kick then trying to hold them in here. BKN is looking to flank behind, but he's got to be careful about this. Pojo Man is not fully committed yet. He could also drop down through this trapdoor if he wants to. He will land right on Crimson Death's head.
this
10
is
seconds and it's
There
exactly
it
what he
is,
did.
yep, just shot
Drops
from
down.
top.
Takes
And
him
there
out.
it is.
And Top Kick will finish off Pojo Man. Map number 2 then.
1-1.
Heading over to Recorded Reported, taking the series one game apiece, one map apiece. And ultimately, a point goes either way
Well
for
played
these
to
two
both.
squads.